a great rally from Kuwait Towers to come down here, and lots of photographs, lots of people taking advantage to take footage of us. And I'm sure a lot of it's going to hit both YouTube and Instagram, and no doubt the Twitter, the tweets are pouring out at the moment, and of course there'll be lots of pictures in the press as well. But this car rally and today and the events that we have afterwards on around the track are only a very small part of our Great Week. And now the concept behind this Great Week, which in practice is rather more a fortnight than a week, but we thought that week sounded better than fortnight and actually gets people's attention rather more, is that it's an opportunity for us to bring what is the very best of British here to Kuwait. In some ways, people say that, do we really need to do that? Because of course the Kuwaitis, and I see many Kuwaiti friends here today, the Kuwaitis already know Britain, and they know the United Kingdom so well. 250,000 of them visited last year alone. But of course 250,000 visiting means that 750,000 didn't. And what we want to do is to persuade all of them to come and visit us as well. So we thought this week we will bring the very best of British out to Kuwait. It kicked off a week ago last Thursday when we had the grand opening in the avenues. And then we went on to the fashion show in the evening, which was extremely well attended. Now, what I found absolutely fascinating about the fashion show, in addition to the fact that we had one of the great fashion designers around, one of the greatest British fashion designers out here, was that about an hour after we had the event, we checked our Instagram and we discovered that the photographs we put out on Instagram had received 400,000 hits in an hour. Now that just tells you the power of social media in this country, and of course more widely across the world. But we followed that up last weekend with a number of other events. And on Sunday we had Madeline Mitchell, the world famous violinist, was playing at the Dar. And then this week we've had Gary Rhodes, the great British chef in town. All of us, or at least some of us, were lucky enough to go to his lunch on Wednesday. And I know some of you in this room at least were at the dinner on Thursday night, which was also very well attended. That was all held at the Veranda restaurant in the Avenues. Today we have the Classic British Car Show, and this is very much around the classic British cars, as you would guess from the title. And of course that ranges right from Aston Martin through Land Rover and Range Rover, Jaguar, Bentley, McLaren, the Mini, to name but a few. And they're all represented here today, and I'm very pleased to see them. And we carry on this week. Tomorrow we're going to have a lecture by a gentleman who's going to speak to you in a minute, and I don't want to steal his thunder, simply to say that he's aiming to be the first man in history to drive a car at over 1,000 miles an hour on land. And then later this week, or next week, we're going to wrap up the Great Week with a lecture by Sir John Major, the former British Prime Minister, who will be speaking at Kuwait University at, I think it's 2 o'clock, is it? At 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, about really reminiscing a little bit about he of course was British Prime Minister at the time of the liberation of Kuwait in February 1991. He'll be reminiscing a little bit about that, but he'll also be talking about the bilateral relationship, but also about the region and moving forward. So we've still got a lot of events to come, but up until now it's been a fantastic 10 days. I'm confident it will continue to be a great fortnight, and we will leave behind many, many memories with our Kuwaiti friends, and indeed with everybody in Kuwait, about the United Kingdom and what is absolutely fantastic, what is great about Britain. So thank you very much again for coming, and James, I think you're now going to introduce Andy.
Sorry, I will talk in Arabic. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا طبعا سعادة السفراء ودي أرحب فيهم في متحف السيارات التاريخية. الكل عارف طبعا العلاقة بين بريطانيا والكويت. أعتقد اليوم في تجسيد قوي لهذا المعنى بالتعاون مع السفارة في الكويت، السفارة البريطانية. اليوم عندنا طبعا أعتقد لأول مرة يمكن يخص هذا العرض السيارات البريطانية. الكل يعرف قيمة ومتانة وقوة السيارات البريطانية، خاصة الأستون مارتن والجاكوار والرولز رويز والبنتلي والسيارات الأخرى. أنا ودي طبعا أشكر الشخص اللي قائم على هذا العمل، اللي أنشأ هذا المكان لنقيم هذه الفعاليات للتواصل بيننا وبين الشعوب الآخرة والأخوان والضيوف. طبعا الكل لازم يعرف أن سمو الشيخ ناصر محمد أحمد الصباح قد تبرع بإقامة هذا المكان لاحتواء جميع شباب الكويت وأيضا شباب الوطن اللي موجودين عندنا في الكويت من جميع الجاليات لإقامة أي فعالية وأي نشاط، خاصة ويخص محركات الرياضة. وخاصة احنا أقمنا هني أعتقد التراك الوحيد للكارتينج. الكارتينج طبعا الكل يعرف أنه بداية كل متسابق عالمي، بداية من المتسابق العالمي شوماخر. ثانيا ودي أرحب فيكم يا جماعة، شرفتونا وحياكم الله الأخوان السفراء. صراحة شيء يثلج الصدر بالحضور هذا، وإن شاء الله نقدر اليوم نقدم إيفنت جميل يسعد كل شخص. وحياكم الله، شكرا جزيلا. شكرا.
We all love cars in the museum, and I know all the attendees today, we have that thing in common. And we'd like always, as we say in the museum, we'd like to focus on things that bring us together. So we're here joined by the love of cars, joined by the love of the British style and British lifestyle and British cars. We're celebrating this with you and this great facility which is just recently open. It's the first track in Kuwait. We're very proud of it, and we hope that from this track we'll see more tracks and more events, of course, with the help of our friends at the museum. We'd like to thank in every single event that we do the solo sponsor for this passion for motors in Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Nasser Mohammed, and of course our friends at the managers with us at the museum, and on top of them Mr. Abdulaziz Haq, the member of the trustees, the board of trustees. We'd like again to welcome you. We hope you're going to enjoy the show. We have something very special going on, and we do have the we wish that you're going to enjoy the show, and we'd love to see you here. We're open from 10 until 10. The track is open for everybody every day. Welcome again. Thank you very much.
Now obviously we have the German ambassador sitting in the front row, happy that the fact that although it was a British driver on pole position for the Formula One race tomorrow in Malaysia, he is in a Mercedes racing car. Ambassador, I regret to inform you that Mercedes racing cars are made in Britain by British engineers, and the Mercedes race engine is made in Britain by British race engineers. Because we do genuinely have the best motorsport engineers in the world, and that is why 8 of the 11 Formula One teams are UK based. We also have one of the best aerospace industries in the world, and when you bring those two together, you finish up with the fastest racing cars in the world, supersonic. We have held the record now for 17 years. I drove the car 17 years ago, which holds still the only supersonic world land speed record at 1,228 kilometres an hour. Just the 3 times faster than the ambassador's car would go today.